Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me. Today, I am here with a beautiful video, all right, about how you can become a YouTube star, all right? So if it's your first time here, I am Dorehmilo, and you already know if you've been here before that on my channel, I am all about growing up and glowing up with the Lord one step at a time, all right? So if that's something that you aspire to do, then go ahead and click that button below so that you can receive all of the goodness that the good Lord has for you on my channel, all right? Because there is no better time than right now to become a part of the family, all right? Because we are entering in to a new year, and you definitely want to have a head start, all right? I know that there are a lot of other people who are thinking just like you, all right? And so it's about doing what you can do with what you have, all right here, right now, all right? So don't delay, stop putting it off, all right? This is the sign, if you were asking for one, all right, that it is your time to shine, all right? So guys, thank you so much for joining me. I am Dorehmilo, all right? And we're gonna hop on into it for today. Today's video is not gonna be super lengthy, because to be honest with you, I'm gonna give you some gems that nobody else has given to you, all right? And the gems that you're gonna receive on my channel today, these gems are gonna help to catapult you to the next level in your life, all right? So that you can become that YouTube star that you know you wanna be, all right? And that you know that you are, all right? Because some people are called to this, all right? And so that's my first tip, all right? Tip number one. You are called, all right, to literally share your goodness, to share your wisdom, to share your knowledge, all right, with others. Maybe you're an expert in a particular topic, all right? Maybe you know how to do something that others don't know how to do. Well, YouTube needs you, all right? Because when you get on this platform and you share your knowledge and your wisdom and your strengths, you are helping others. And by helping others, people are gonna start to help you, all right? So that's number one, all right? So you already know, all right, that you are called to this. So let's just get it going, all right? Don't make any more excuses. Hop into the game and let's go. And guys, I am waiting because there's a train going by and it's not gonna take too long, all right? All right, guys, thank you for your patience, okay? So tip number two, all right, to starting your YouTube channel, all right, is that you're gonna wanna have a strategy, all right? And for me, I have like a God approach to my strategy, which literally alleviates me from a lot of pain and stress, really stress, not pain, but listen, it could become painful, all right? So God alleviates me from a lot of stress that a lot of other YouTubers have. And you know what stress leads to as a YouTube creator, as a content creator? Burnout, okay? So if you want to stay away from burnout, then listen up, all right? And make sure that you hit that thumbs up button for this special tip that I am sharing right here, right now, all right? Strategies, all right? For your strategies, all right? For your content, what you want to do is think about something that you want to share, all right? Think about a topic, all right? And from that one topic, you're going to list 3 things that you would like to share about that topic, all right? When you list out these 3 things that you want to share about that particular topic, what you're going to do is just simply start thinking about things that you could share, all right, for that number one, all right? And what you're gonna do is when you start giving that information out for that number one, you're going to see how people are going to react to it, all right? You're gonna see, are they watching these videos? Are they clicking off of these videos, all right? And from there, you're gonna go back to your number 2, your second reason, all right, for that specific topic, why you wanna share what you're sharing, or what do you wanna share with your viewers? And you're going to edit that, all right, based off of how people are reacting to the first couple of videos that you've put out, all right? And I would suggest uploading 8 to 10 videos, all right? That's gonna give you like a good barometer, all right, to know whether or not your YouTube videos are going to stick, or if you need to change it, all right, and switch it up, all right? But your number 3, all right, for that specific topic, all right, for number 3, you're gonna ump it up a bit, all right? For number 3, whatever you said that you're gonna start sharing with your people, however you wanna share it, whatever it is that you wanna give them, all right, that information, that important details and information that you have in you to share, you're going to now make it extremely, you ready? Real, all right? Make it real. People come to YouTube because they're excited to see somebody that is just like them, all right? So you need to be as real as possible, all right? if you're gonna come on here and you're gonna fake the funk, don't even come on here, all right? Because your personality is why people are subscribing, all right? Your personality is what's drawing your people, all right? Your tribe, as they like to call it, all right? So please make sure that you are as real as you can be, all right? And you're gonna start to add that, all right, to those third sets of information that you'd like to share, all right? So boom, we've went over tip number 1 and tip number 2. Now for tip number 3, what is super important too is your equipment, all right? But guys, for me, I do not overthink it, all right? I don't overthink it. I literally think that showing up already, guys, is half the battle, all right? There's a lot of people that they say, ooh, I wanna be a YouTube creator, and you know what happens? They get on here for a good, I don't know, month, maybe even 2 weeks, and then you turn around and they're gone. You're like, where'd they go? What? They're gone, all right? So you showing up, all right, is already an amazing factor. Like, you have something beautiful going for yourself. So just show up, all right? And equipment, make sure that it's nice and it's neat and it's compact, all right? So you want something that's versatile, easy to travel with, so that you have the versatility of either making your videos indoors, all right, or recording outdoors, all right? Perhaps you don't always want to be inside the casa, all right? And so that's why you want to make sure that you have a quick and easy setup, all right? So boom, let's go over lighting, all right? So with your equipment, you need lighting. You're either going to buy one of those beautiful those little lights, guys, and forgive me, I forgot the name. I have one, the little ring, all right, guys, the ring, all right? You're gonna buy a nice ring lights on, all right? They're like $100 or $125, it depends. Pick the one that you like, all right? And what I'll do, you know, for you guys, because you're so special, I'm gonna leave a link below, all right, to the one on Amazon that I purchased, because that's one that I like, all right? And I purchased 2, because also remember that it's like longevity. These things might not last forever, okay? And so when one stops working, just try to replace it if you're able to, if it's feasible for you, all right? But yes, make sure that you have a nice ring light, all right, from Amazon, because it's affordable, all right? And then if you are filming outside, what you want to do is look for natural lighting, all right? Or even if you're recording in your home and you know you have a beautiful window that brings in God's beautiful sunlight, just sit right there, all right? And a tip for you guys, all right? This is an extra tip, all right? I'm really sharing these details with you guys. So make sure you hit that button, all right? Make sure that you are subscribing, okay, for more. But what's amazing is that if you are sitting in the window, all right, and the light is shining on you, make sure that your camera is facing like the opposite way, all right, of wherever the camera is shining, all right? This means that if your light, if your sun is going towards the east, your camera needs to be in the west, all right? If the sun is shining on you from the west, your camera needs to be where? In the east, all right? Make sure that your camera's on the opposite side and that you are sitting facing the sun, all right? And then your camera is facing you, all right? I hope that makes sense, all right? It makes sense to me in my head, so hopefully it makes sense to you too, all right? But guys, that is like half the battle, all right? The lighting. And in the beginning, if you cannot get the ring light, like originally, like right away, just start with the sunlight. God is so beautiful, all right? He has already provided for us, and the sunlight is the best light ever, all right? Like, I really like to get my videos with the sunlight when I get the chance to, all right? So sunlight, all right? All right, so then for your setup too, guys, other setups that's important, like other equipment, you are gonna wanna make sure that you have either a digital camera, all right? I would say like a Sony camera is good, nothing crazy, all right? Nothing crazy, all right? Or you can always start out with your iPhone, all right, if you have an iPhone. Or if you don't have an iPhone and you're like an Android crew, you know, I'm not into the Androids, I'm an iPhone lady, all right? But if you are rocking with the Androids, then go ahead and start with your Android, all right? Just make sure that your camera has a really good, like, high resolution camera, all right, so that your pictures are coming out beautiful and so that your videos are extremely clear, all right? And guys, for speaking, you can either project your voice and talk a little louder, okay, so people can hear you, all right, with the regular mic that is already on, all right, like, you know, basically with your cell phone, okay? Or you can buy, all right, a mic from Amazon, all right? So I will link the mic that I use, all right? And I don't always use it, okay? Because guys, I'm a singer, and so God has blessed me to know how to to basically use my voice, all right? So I can talk louder and you can hear me, or I can talk lower and, you know, you can still hear me, all right? So like having that control in your voice and that inflection, it's great, all right? But again, there's some times where you do need it. If your camera's like, listen, I don't know, 10 feet away, then yes, guys, please go ahead and purchase that microphone. All right, so I'm gonna link that below, and that's gonna be on Amazon. It's super affordable. I think it's like less than $30. All right, super affordable, guys. And you can connect that mic to your phone, and then you'll have the other piece like on your like jacket or, you know, on your shirt, just kind of clipped on, boom. All right, super easy. So great. We went over lighting, we went over your equipment, a regular digital camera once more, or a regular mobile device. All right, and I would suggest that if you're able to get an iPhone, or if you already have an iPhone, use that iPhone. All right, the iPhones have the best resolution. All right, the best resolution. Okay, so don't be afraid to use your iPhone. Okay, and if you are going to use your iPhone, the rear camera is better. All right, that rear lens is chef's kiss. All right, but if you have to use the front, that's good too. All right, but again, just make sure that you have a more like higher end iPhone, not the older ones. But again, like I said, you can start with the older one too. Okay, just make sure it's clear. And if you are using an older iPhone, use the rear lens. All right, camera. So let's continue on. Then we also talked about your microphone, all right, or using your beautiful voice and knowing how to project your voice, all right. And yeah, guys, that's literally all you need for setup. Like, it's just that simple. And like I said, if you want to set up at home, like if you want to film at home, have a cute little desk. You know, it doesn't have to be anything crazy expensive, okay? Doesn't have to be. And so guys, this video too is also like the basics, because what I'm going to give you is, while I'm talking about this, I'm giving you gems, like the gems that I have learned that's going to help you and propel you a little bit quicker than I, you know, was prepared. Because to be honest with you, I feel like everybody was so focused on the technicality of a YouTube channel, and it's not really about the technicality. It's about what you're sharing with your audience and how they're receiving you. And number two, I already said it to you guys, consistency is key. All right. And so I could speak from experience. In the beginning, I was not consistent, and that's because I feel like I was still learning, you know, learning like what videos I needed to upload. And that's why I'm saying, like, just make sure that you write a list of 3 different things that you would like to share based on your topic, and then you're gonna flow, okay, with how I explain the strategy, okay? And you can always go back and revise your strategy. You can always go back and add things. And to be honest with you, let me save it for the end. I'm gonna give you a little bit more. But I also wanna talk to you guys about editing. All right, so for editing, you can simply go into the Apple store or your Android store, find a nice, simple, affordable app, all right, that you can use to edit your videos, all right? And it's up to you if you want to edit on your laptop or if you want to edit on your iPhone, you know, whatever's easy for you. Okay, so I'm not going to get into that because, again, I'm not like I'm not like your technicality girly, all right? I am more so like getting it done. Get it done girly, all right? So I'm here to give you guys information and steps as to how you're going to go about this, all right? But you can look and see what app you prefer to use, okay? Then or, you know, guys, yeah, if you're using your iPhone, yes, there's already an app on the iPhone. You can use that one. That one's cool too, all right? And then, yeah, it's already free, so you don't have to pay additional. So if you're trying to save your coins, all right, that would be the one, all right? And then I want to talk to you guys about promoting your channel, all right? So on YouTube, I really feel like the secret to growing is watching other people's videos, liking their videos, commenting, sharing. I really feel like your channel is going to grow based on the community, you know, that you have on your own individual channel, but also how you are with other channels. All right, so don't be afraid to say like, oh, I like that, or don't be afraid to say, ooh, you know, you were talking today about shopping at Walmart and how much you saved. Girl, I love that outfit. All right, don't be afraid to hop in there and tell that gentleman, oh, I love your workout. Like, you know, I really like your regimen, your routine. I can't wait to try that at my home. All right, I really feel like when we are commenting on somebody else's YouTube channel, that it's helping our YouTube channel. All right, so yeah, it's like an indirect help. All right, so just make sure that you're not afraid to love on other people's channels. All right. And yes, so back to promoting your channel. And so I feel like that's one of the ways that you promote your channel, all right? But another way of promoting your channel is if you have other platforms, if you're on Instagram, if you're on TikTok, if you're on Facebook, if you're on X, right, like Twitter, go ahead and share your videos there. So, you know, or maybe drop a link or like share a post so that people are aware, all right, that you are on YouTube, all right? And guys, this leads me to like a major, like I have to pull out the horn, like, you know, major alert, all right, and major tip. I wish somebody would have told me this. Guys, if you want to grow fast, all right, if you really want to push that pedal to the metal, like I said, consistency, boom. Showing up is number one, all right? Number two is consistency. Number three, are you ready? Make sure you hit that subscribe button, all right? Hit that subscribe button because I'm giving you all the juice, all right? Make sure, guys, number three, that you do not share your YouTube video with your families and friends in the beginning. Yeah, I said it, and your coworkers too. Leave them out of it, all right? This is not about you and them. This is about you. This is about you, all right? So if you want to grow quickly, please hide your kids and hide your wife, okay? I'm not lying. I feel like what happens is when your family members and your friends and your coworkers are on your YouTube channel, you kind of water down your material because you're thinking like, oh man, I don't want to say too much. And then, you know, my family members are asking me, why did you say that? Or why did you share that? That's a little bit too much to share with people. Or you don't want your coworkers looking at you sideways when you come to work because, I don't know, they're shocked at what you said. They can't believe you're talking about that topic, all right? Or they're hating on you because they're like, who she thinks she is, all right? Or who he think he is, right? And then you don't want, you definitely do not want your friends to come and look at your videos because they're just being nosy, so they'll watch like the first 5 seconds of it and then they'll click off. Because you know what that does? That messes up your conversions. That messes up your watch time, all right? So this is what I'm saying. I'm giving you all the juice. I wish somebody had told me this. So guys, please, all right, make sure that you are using these tips to grow your YouTube channel, to start your YouTube channel, all right, for one. And the extra tips to grow your YouTube channel, literally, all right? I'm not lying to you. I wish I knew, all right? Because your friends will mess up your rates, all right? Because they're really not interested in your topics, and that is another hidden metric to grow on YouTube. YouTube is wanting to see, YouTube is like trying to identify who wants to watch this video, who is here for this video. And when YouTube sees that, oh wow, this gentleman is coming because he's into self-care. Oh wow, this lady is coming because she's into hair routines. Oh wow, this man is coming because he's into workout regimens. YouTube is going to start to push your videos to more people that are looking for those particular topics, all right? But when you have family members that just come because they're like, oh wow, let me come, it's Buki, like let me watch Buki. They're coming to watch you, but then right after that, they're gonna watch a video of somebody in Australia, all right, like jumping on a pogo stick. And then they're gonna watch another video of somebody roller skating in Dubai. Maybe they're into activities. Maybe they're not into the self-care videos that you're uploading. And so now YouTube is kind of confused. The algorithm is like, what? Who do I push this video to? Because I don't know what this particular person likes to watch activities. But for some reason they come twice a week to watch these self-care routines, all right? So your videos can now become confusing to the algorithm, and you know what'll happen? It's like, oh, I'm not pushing it. I'm not pushing it because I can't comprehend it, all right? Because the data that I'm receiving is confusing. Okay, so this is what I'm saying. If somebody had told me these things, baby, I'd be far along, all right? But God be praised, I know I'm still on my way, and that's why I said I was gonna come and drop this video for any of you guys that are interested in starting your own YouTube channel. I also wanna encourage you and let you know not to follow others, not to watch what people are doing, but to do what feels natural to you. To follow your, like I said, if you are called to this, you're gonna know. And so just follow what the Lord has already instilled in you. And as you start to do things, all right, that's like literally fulfilling, all right, it feels good to you, you're gonna see how you're gonna blossom and grow, all right? And you will not be burned out because this is where you're supposed to be, all right? So guys, I'm so excited that I was able to have the time to sit down with you guys and for us to kick back and to talk about these tips so that you guys can start early before 2026, because like I said earlier, other people are also watching and they're looking out and they want to do the same thing, all right? So please start before the masses, all right? And also, I have to let you know that there's more than enough room on this platform for everybody, okay? Because there's like 8 billion of us on the planet, on this earth, all right? And so you know what happens? Everybody has their crowd. Excuse me. Everybody has their followers, all right? Everybody has their tribe, all right? So don't be a hater, all right? Be a lover, all right? Be a doer, be a giver, and watch your YouTube channel blow up, all right? So guys, again, I'm Dorehmilo. There's no better time than now to hit that subscribe button, so click it, all right? And hit that thumbs up button, because I know I was dropping some gems, all right? Gems that you're not gonna get anywhere else, might I add, okay? So guys, I'll be seeing you soon. Be blessed.